Hello and welcome. We are here today at the PS Days. We are currently at our booth, which we have set up here. Nothing groundbreaking. We have an Audi R8 on display, a few car tuning tools, very simple setup. We have a flag, the Audi R8, a car tuning tool, a car tuning banner setup, seats, and a table. Nothing groundbreaking, better than nothing. We wanted to walk around here once, show you how the other booths look. Shall we go there? Where is the colleague? Yes, he's not here right now. I thought I'd ask him if he wants to be in the video too. Here we have the Hot Wheels booth on the right side. For me, I find this little car here the most interesting. You can even currently vote for this car, for Hot Wheels. And then if it wins this battle here, it goes to America. That's my understanding. It says, look, it even says V8, but I don't know what kind of engine is in it. Are you the owner of the car?
Yes, hello. I'm Paul. This is my Fiat conversion to Retro Rally, like Group B. This is our prototype. Everything that's wide is half a meter wider than the standard model. It's all 3D printed. All 3D. Everything that's wide.
Everything. But also the hood?
No, the hood is metal.
Okay.
You can see the 3D printing from here. That's all. This is laminated carbon. This is laminated carbon, this sheet metal. This is a cover for the electronics and a separator for the radiator so that the warm air doesn't flow into the cabin.
Yes, of course.
Otherwise, we have a bumper from a Polo 86C, Dietrich Motorsport fiberglass. Bumper turned upside down.
Upside down?
Yes. Reversed. And the connections are 3D printed to fit with our body kit. What we also have are doors. The doors are cut 5 centimeters shorter. And I made the sill from sheet metal. The sill is white. Looks a bit like a monocoque. I really enjoyed it. The dashboard comes from Italy from the late 80s or something. Built for the Fiat 500 in the late 70s. Then at the back we have more 3D printed parts. This is 50 centimeters wider than the standard. Here, this is already the bodywork, and it's all 3D printed. These are also 3D printed, like Lancia S4 intakes. Here we move to the Porsche wing. That's a 911 from the 996 series. It automatically deploys at 180, or I can adjust it a bit for sport purposes. And this is all Porsche. The entire lid from the 996 glued together with Sikaflex because this is aluminum and that is steel. I glued the sheets together, riveted them, removed the rivets and filled them. Trabant tank, you can see it from underneath.
That's quite bold, isn't it?
Yes. So we have a Trabant tank. Below is a 1.4 Uno with 75 HP. Above is a 1.3 turbo. And we have it with a Garrett GT80.
Is that an engine?
One. That's a stroker. So below is a 1.4, above is a 1.3. We built one engine out of two.
Oh, okay.
And the turbo is a GT28.
You mean a 1.4 block?
Yes.
And the cylinder comes from the 12 liter?
1.3.
1.3? Okay.
The top is always smaller than the bottom.
Okay.
The turbo goes 28. We are doing about 1.6 bar. 1.6 bar, then it's at 200 horsepower. That's the maximum this engine can do for now. But it will be further developed because it never ends, right?
Have you already driven rallies and such with it, or is it just for show now?
The car was equipped with a mid-mod in 2005. I bought it like this in 2017, but it was almost at the end. And then I built what you see on the outside over about 3 years. It was narrow at first, last year at S Days. And now it's wide and in the finals of Hot Wheels.
We are now going to the Bundeswehr. Let's see what we can find there. Maybe we can sell a stage 1. Maybe we'll even be allowed inside. Look, you can even go inside there. Yeah, look, there's the stand up ahead, right? Actually, I think this is just the passenger seat. You can't see me, but I want to go up there.
Where to?
Here, to the driver's seat. This is the passenger seat here. Oh, look here. I have a hatch here. I don't even have to stick my head out to look, right? There are these 4 things here. Then I can look out.
Would you say you feel safe in here?
No, I can't get out quickly. But if something ever shoots at this, I think you'd hear it 3 times. Do I have to get out backwards? But what if? Thank you very much. I'm sweating before going in and coming out. Awesome. Weird, no idea, neutral. Neutral, you go there again. No, I don't want to go in there. Stop forcing me to do things I don't want to do. But I guess the tank has more power. Yes, definitely. I just don't want to say anything. What were they doing up here? Right, they also had such long cables. Yes, that's right. We had that in the video recently. Those things came towards us.
The OBD for the air.
The OBD for the air, exactly. The Wi-Fi cable, either the microphone is too close or too far away. Do we want to say just Dipalo? No, right? Yes, of course. Where were you? Where are you staying? We can do that, yes. How do you see the topic of overrun cutoff, also known as pop and bang, when you're driving through the city and it really bangs out of the exhaust? That's usually programmed, not intended by the vehicle manufacturer. It's then somehow reprogrammed so that it works like that.
Ultimately, the problem for us is always anything in urban areas that leads to other people who may not have any contact with the topic of tuning and vehicles and don't want to. In other words, the parents with children who are just walking through a tunnel, for example, at the train station. Then someone comes along and wants to make their vehicle backfire, provoking misfires. That's a bit difficult. There's always talk about socially acceptable driving behavior. In other words, we want everyone in traffic to be so satisfied that they get home and say, everything was fine today, and not have someone who wants to rev up their vehicle and show others that they've tuned it up and who is actually bothering others in the process. That's why the legislator has, of course, also provided for fines, which have now become more expensive. Creating unnecessary noise should now cost around 80 euros. I would have to check. I can't say exactly or so, but it used to be 10. And the legislator has recognized that this is a problem we currently have in city centers, especially in narrow urban canyons where it echoes louder, and sometimes also in the evenings and at night. That's why adjustments were made, and it has become more expensive now. And in case of repeated offenses, one must also discuss the driver's suitability to operate the vehicle, whether someone who doesn't adhere to rules at all is capable of being allowed to operate such a vehicle in public traffic areas.
Okay, so that means if I have something like that, I'm driving through the city and it's just making noise, so to speak, or it's not just about the noise, but also if the engine is too loud or whatever. Is there an 80 euro fine?
There is initially the fine, exactly. As I said, I can't say exactly right now. Around 80 euros exactly. There will be an 80 euro fine, and it's discussed that this cannot continue like this. If this occurs repeatedly, and if the person is already known to the police for doing this frequently, then eviction orders can be issued under public safety law for the downtown area to protect other people from this unnecessary noise.
All right, got it. Now I know. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
I'm moving out anyway. What is its power output?
210 kilowatts.
210 kilowatts. Okay, it's an ID4. Yeah, okay.
Exactly, so it's an ID4 Pro model, actually with completely standard equipment, a relatively nice wrap on it, with some additional modifications. But yeah, 2.1 in terms of empty weight, that's what we actually have here. It still says 2.7 on it, but that's incorrect. So we have approximately 2.15 in terms of empty weight, which we then equip with gear, and then we actually reach the limit of the maximum weight this car is allowed to drive.
Can I sit inside?
Please go ahead.
How is it with the range? Because how many kilometers can this car drive?
As far as I know, it's approximately 400 kilometers according to VW. Of course, you always have to calculate a bit lower depending on where you're driving. We currently have 2 of these vehicles in the Hanover Police Department. One should be operating in the Neustadt area, so in the rural area. The other one, this one here, is used in the downtown area, specifically in the Mitte police station. There, it's of course great, you know. So in the downtown area, we produce no emissions. We have relatively short distances. Great for city traffic, such an electric car. Works perfectly. We have no problems, even in a 24-hour shift operation, managing with our battery. Where we then run into problems is precisely in the rural area. 300 kilometers range, 350 kilometers if you drive economically. Yes, If I then drive the thing in a 24-hour operation 7 days a week and don't get to the charging station as often because I'm simply patrolling or going to assignments that are further away, then we have to consider whether to perhaps give VW a bit more time for larger batteries so that we can use the thing as, yes, a daily operational tool in patrol service. Of course, that's the goal because we in Lower Saxony cannot exempt ourselves from being affected by climate change and permanently rely on diesel vehicles. The state doesn't want that either. That's why we have these vehicles and are testing them in the state, and now have to see where the path leads us.
Okay, yes, of course, naturally, plays a big role. But I'm actually considering going in the direction of e-models at the moment. I'm looking at a test up there. By the way, I have a test drive on Friday.
Very good.
Yes. I shit you not.
I understand clearly. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Does that mean Serena is coming to us?
Exactly. So this is our expansion system here, with which we can turn on our blue light and also stop the siren forward, stop backward, so that we are seen in traffic. And then we also have our radio here.
Is everything still done via radio these days?
Still everything over radio these days. Digital radio now, so it's secure against eavesdropping and
That's the alley, yes.
no longer interceptable, but still everything over radio.
Okay. And it's secure against eavesdropping?
Secure against eavesdropping, digital radio.
Yes? Okay.
It works. I can't say exactly how the system works. You'd have to, yes, all good, no problem. You'd have to ask the radio workshop. But I know that the devices are secure against eavesdropping and that it operates with digital radio in Lower Saxony. And I believe now even with the state's fire departments.
Yes, it's all the same.
What is this for then? Is it from the car or is it for this now?
That's actually a relatively banal, normal ID4. The whole system, infotainment system, is normal. These things are built in the center console. Then we usually have our radio modules included here. They have been removed for the exhibition. We actually have here for the setup in the vehicle, volume up and down. And if I don't want to pick up the receiver, I have the hands-free button here.
Oh, okay. If I press it, I come through. Okay, okay. All right. I don't need something like that. What is that? Guide?
Yes. Guide for safe tuning. No.
Don't do throttle cutoff. You just filmed that. Not from them, but tune it safe. He's waiting. He needs to change. He's already gone.
Hi. Hi.
Ah, you guys are pros, man. Yeah, should I come out?
Yes. Hi.
All good? Yo, hi. So, camera again. This is your booth. Are you sharing the booth with?
Dioxide.
What do they do? Right now they're selling car scents, like perfume. Oh, like perfume, something similar. Exactly. And wrapping, right? So all these, the cars were wrapped by both. Really great work. Truly very, very strong work. Very, very, how should I say? They are very, very ambitious. They are perfect. It's very perfectionistic, you know, not like the other rappers from last time.
Yes. What can I say? Yeah, no. They are really top notch. We also brought them on board and said, come on, let's do something together, right?
Okay, where's your Audi?
In the garage. Clutch damage. Well, I did an all-wheel start.
Launch?
Yes. My son wanted it and I said, come on, just once. Boom. Expression of complaint.
But it didn't make a bang.
No, it didn't make a bang, but as soon as I release the clutch, you can hear the wheel. And when I accelerate, it starts to squeak and so on. Expression of complaint.
Almost like a dual mass flywheel.
Yes, something like that. Yes, that's what it will be. But just no time. Yes, Pip. Yes, but no time, right? I put the car in a garage and I can't get to it. Either meet at a fair thing, you know, it's all like that.
Yes, our meeting didn't happen earlier either.
Don't get me started. I thought I was like, okay, then I'll pick up Liam and then I'll go there. I thought like 11 o'clock. Then I look later, he's talking nonsense. No, man, 9 o'clock. He's right, dude.
We both waited for him, really? Yes. We also have one there.
Did you write something?
For me, it's always someone doesn't show up on the day.
No, for me, I was like 3 o'clock. I definitely had 3 o'clock. What are you doing here?
I also have my stand there. No. Yes, actually.
Really? Yes. Then we'll also come in later with a YouTube video. Yes, sure. We still need to sort out the video thing. It's best if we exchange numbers right away or something, and then...
I have your number.
Yes, or... Dude, then why don't you text me?
No, you just gave it to me the day before yesterday.
Oh, right. Yes, that's true.
Here's the contact person for this car, and is not camera shy. Wait, let's go first. The colleague Who among you wants to and is allowed to? Who hasn't yet? Not me. Not you? Okay. Then I'll get in trouble with my wife. Do you want to? No? Really not? We can't get any information here. I'm sorry.
You need to talk to the people in the beige t-shirts and also with the lady. They are directly from the youth department, not me. Therefore, I can tell you more than not.
But what kind of... Let's first take a look at the key data here. If I can see anything at all. Eibach Pro Kit lowering. Tires, rims, yeah, awesome. And what kind of car is this? How much power? Range? This looks like an electric one. Because we don't get any info from Hyundai, but it looks awesome. Should I order one of these things? Wow, I have both. Yes, that's right. But what kind of buttons are these?
That's a button, both.
What kind of button is that? A button? A button? Button. A button? But with two mics, it's crap, you say. That's awesome, I like it. But wait, this is also typical for Hyundai now. This is here. So, depending on what the car will cost. But the seats, just look at the seats. Hyundai, if you see this, we want info about this car. Maybe we can also do a test drive and so on. On Friday, I have a test drive scheduled with Tesla for the Model Y, although I'm interested in the Tesla Plaid. But actually, I'm only considering the Model Y because it's currently very affordable. And up there is a Cooper, which I think I made. Okay, it starts at 74,000, now configuring. But I just want a few facts. 650 horsepower, so not faster than the Tesla. Yeah, let's not bother the car. Others want to take a look too.
Now you're gonna get yourself something to drink, right?
Are we getting something to drink? No. I already know what you want to get. You probably want drinkable oil. There was something like that. Is it alcoholic?
No. No, it isn't.
Thank you. Alcohol. What should I say? 100 euros for 10 liters.
Yes, but 3 meters.
Yes, it says so.
Yes, but you have it at 10 euros.
Sounds logical.
Oh, whatever.
Should we take it with us? Then things will really get going here with the camera today. I think it's really awesome. I'm missing a bit. Is that a Liberty Walk? No, it's not a Liberty Walk. I find this rear spoiler really, really awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I would buy such a thing. It's from Maxton. That's the wing from Maxton. It's so legal. I think that's the third brake light. I don't know why it's continuously lit now. It's even real carbon, right? It says it up here.
Winter's nice.
Yeah, awesome. I feel it. And also how low it is. But look, someone drove into it. Ah, damn. They're in the front too, front left. Oh, I see. But the side is intact. I'm very, 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 very torn about what's coming next. Do you see those rims on the S-Class?
Yes.
I wanted to put them on my Benz, but they were too expensive for me. All 4 rims cost around 6,000 euros, I think. Then I wanted to go to Power Division. Yeah, but it's still not there, I think. It's right in the middle. We'll now show you a few other impressions from the fair, some pictures, and then we'll see you later in the second part.